Hello, everybody. Today is another CKAD Lab for you. This one is a particularly easy one. Something like this you should be able to do within maybe 2 minutes or so. But that speed will come with time. Don't expect to do that right away because as you practice more and more, and as you practice more complicated ones, the ones like this will start to look easy because all you have to do is take an example and then modify it and apply it, and we're done. So this particular requirement is we're going to create a persistent volume with these three parameters. So let's, as usual, we look. If this was not a persistent volume, we could start with the create, but because you cannot create a persistent volume with the kubectl create command, we have to start with the documentation. So we go to kubernetes.io, go to documentation, we search for PV, persistent volume. They don't do a good job of giving you a simple one, unfortunately. Let me see if I can use the first one they have. If not, I may have to use the one that I have. So this one, yeah, I see it's complicated. Hostpath. Well, actually, this is a pod that mounts a volume, so that is not cool. So let's see if we can get a persistent volume. This is a persistent volume claim. You would think there would be a one for persistent volume to begin with at first, but no, that's too much. Storage class. All right. Anything else? Persistent. This is the persistent volume, and this is not from a host volume, so we may have to. All right, let's give it a shot. See what happens. Let's grab this. We're not going to use most of these things, so let's do a.yaml. This is the old one. Remove that. Name in this case doesn't really matter. Say pv-foo. What else? Capacity is 200, and read write is that, and foo is foo. So 200 mi. I don't know if we need that. Right? The mode, as the requirement says, is read write many, so that's okay. That doesn't really matter so much. Storage class happens to be manual for host mount point. These we do not need. So that's part of that, but it still doesn't talk about where. So if we look at the requirement, the only thing missing is the host path, right? So let's see if you can find. I thought I saw on the pod section a path, a parameter for host path. Hopefully that will work. Let's give it a shot. So that it was the very first one in this page. I just said below, this page is an exception for the documentation. It does, because it tries to cover too much, and in doing so, it doesn't cover some of the basics that you need to start with. So there's the pod. This is the, I don't know if that will work. So let's do kubectl explain. PV. Remember, this is our last resort. If we can't get it from create, can't get it from command line, can't get it from the documentation, we resort to kubectl explain to get us what we need. Looks like we may have to go to a second video for this because I'm running out of time. Let's do more. Actually, let's just grab -I host path -C20. It's taking this time. All right, so there's the host path, and I see I didn't go high enough to see what's part of. So I'll have to continue this in the second video. So I will see you on part 2 of this video.